She's rolling.
Hey, hello, g'day, Talofa. My name is Daniel, and I am starting a podcast, My Interpretation, which will be going over um, topics and subjects that, whether it be current affairs or religious, education, um, but generally it is for giving information to help others who have been down my path, um, the struggles that I've faced to change, and maybe help others to who are going through similar or different situations in their life, and the battles that they may face. So I'll give a bit of a backdrop. My name is Daniel Masoi. I'm the eldest uh, child of eight, from my mum and my father, who is my mum's European, New Zealand European, and my dad is Samoan, born Samoan. They're both deceased at this time. I was born in the bottom island of New Zealand, the South Island, Invercargill. And Stewart Island is probably about the furthest southern you're going to get from us. So, raised up in Christchurch for most of my life, been back and forth from Wellington. Did a stint in Samoa for 3 years, um, and then moved back to New Zealand. Education, it's quite difficult. Racism was very predominant back in the South Island, very white island at the time. Um, so it's quite weird, so to speak. I was a naughty. I wasn't saying naughty. I was a very mischievous, very adventurous kid. I didn't like to be sit down. I think I was diagnosed in the islands with ADHD, um, which made things a little bit more harder. My attention span went out the window, so to speak. So school, both in New Zealand and Samoa, was different. Samoa was a very different place to live in. Real culture shock because we weren't raised Samoan, we were raised European due to my dad. Um, but me getting into trouble got worse when I was on the islands. I was really bad at stealing, um, so that didn't help. I couldn't stay in school. The first time I got kicked out of school was because of my mum, because I said to my mum I was getting bullied by the teachers, because I couldn't speak the language properly. So she came in and then had a bit of an argument with the teacher and then just removed me. They put me in a Mormon school after that, but by then, nah, school wasn't for me. I wasn't really into there.
How old were you around then?
I lived there 11 till I was about 14. Um, and we had to leave because I was getting bad. But then when I came to New Zealand, my mum divorced my dad when he was in Samoa. So that just shattered my whole family, so to speak. And um, I ended up living on the streets from about 14 and a half. Um, I couldn't handle living at home anymore. It was just too much. So I just started committing crime. There to survive, pretty much, breaking in, stealing shit, money and all of that, or stuff to make money. Um, Alcohol, I was a heavy drinker then too. Drugs as well, just weed though at that time, which led me to go to boys' homes, Kingsley and Epuni. then corrective training a couple of times, and then prison. And I spent pretty much 20 something plus years going in and out of prison. I'm 10 years, going on 11 in December, staying out of prison. My Rock Roy, I think, is 0.9374, I think it is.
What's that?
So that deems me as a high recidivist offender, meaning that I have a high risk of committing a crime. I started off small, but I ended up just getting more violent as I was getting older. And in prison, I was very mischief. When I first started out, Perry was the place to go in prison. So if you wanted to,
What's Perry?
Perry Minima was the maxi. So I was trying to get up to Perry at that time before they had their